Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
How about oh? It's Mike. This is the very supreme broadcast of honor podcast, Drivecast. Yep. I'm riding down the road. I'm recording this shit. Listen to me now. I've got a show. I make it up as I go along, cause you know it is the best place to be to get your games, reality, and news. And my views, everything I'm saying right now is made up, just like the show. If you don't like it, shut up and just go. There's lots of people that like when I talk about things and stuff and such. That's the way I get shit done in this life. You should try it once. Maybe you'll get a whole pile of friends. Welcome to the very supreme broadcast of honor podcast, Drivecast. It's Mike, and I'm here driving home from work. I didn't mention in the first Drivecast that I live an hour and a half from my work, so maybe I did mention that. I can't remember of my short little SimCity podcast that I did just yesterday. Is when I recorded it. Not sure when these are going to be released, if at all, so surprise. But yes, it's an hour and a half drive to and from my work, so that's why I decided to do these. Higgins and I have been talking about doing a podcast for a while, and I started to think about when we'd have time to do them. I don't really know the answer to that, so basically, I decided I would just start doing these and making use of my time. Normally, I might listen to podcasts myself while driving or some music, but I thought it'd be good use of my time. So here I am with episode number 2. Today, I decided that I might want to talk about the future of video games as entertainment in the form of watching them. So I didn't put that very eloquently just then. I don't have a script or anything. I don't have anything written down. I'm not holding my phone. I'm just sort of rambling. Basically what I mean is the future of video games as entertainment, not for playing them, but just watching other people play them. It's a topic I wanted to talk about because obviously as part of the very supreme broadcast of honor, Higgins and I, we're involved in a few different forms of video game entertainment. We do recordings of video games on our own, which we then upload to YouTube, or we play games together and upload them to YouTube. And then we also do the Twitch.tv gaming site. If you've never been there before, it's watching people play live. It's actually live. You also have the option to go back and watch their older streams that they've done. So it's live streaming, essentially. Two very different beasts, and two things which I'll get into. The first would be YouTube. I actually started a YouTube channel before the very supreme broadcast of honor, about a year before, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and it was when I first sort of learned video editing. It's when I first... That's not really true. I mean, I also, out there very, very secretly, I have a music channel, which is... It has my name in it, so my full name, which is a mistake. If you're ever going to start a YouTube channel, for any reason, don't use your real name in it. That's my recommendation. And I think a lot of people knew that, but when I made my YouTube channel for my music, I used my name. When I made a Steam account, I used my name. When I, this is back before I ever intended to be sort of a public figure of sorts. I used my full friggin' name in my account names. And I guess the music one is fine in that, like, I thought that was a deer, but it was just a mailbox. I hate mailboxes that have little reflectors that look like deer eyes. Such a piss off. Anyway, oh Jesus, I lost my train of thought. Thanks, mailbox. Yes, so anyway, when you make an account name, I recommend not using your name. Again, for the music thing, a lot of people want to use like I wanted to use my full real name because, you know, that's how you get known as a musician is by your actual name. Because, oh, did you hear Mike so-and-so, which isn't my last name, by the way, you know, their music, and then people could find you by your name. Because I was just doing solo stuff, and I wasn't in a band or anything. Anyway, so I have a music channel out there with my full name, which I won't talk about too much. But I also had a gaming channel, which I did not use my full name. I don't even remember if I actually said my full name at any point in any of those videos. Now that account is still out there. I didn't delete it. It's still live. The videos are still there. And what's really messed up, okay, and we'll kind of get into this a little bit, is that the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor, I mean, Higgins and I, we have over, we're now over 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing, but our viewership is still quite low. And that is, it's kind of sad, but it's common. It's common for you to have a certain amount of subscribers and significantly less views on your videos every day. We release videos every single day, and the reason why is because people subscribe to you because they came across your channel, they thought it was cool, subscribe, and then they forget about you. And I think most people do that. I know personally, if I subscribe to a channel, like I'm subscribed to a ton of channels, but I don't watch their videos every day or every week or every month or every year. Like, you just forget. So it's understandable. So we don't have a viewership that equals the amount of subscribers we have. But for some weird reason, I guess I kind of know the reason, on my first YouTube channel for gaming that I did, there were I was playing Skyrim. I can't remember, but I think I only played Skyrim. I don't know. And Skyrim was so huge when it came out, and people were so excited to watch Skyrim videos because, in my opinion, it's one of the best games. And I mean, people will give me flack for that, but I think that Skyrim is one of the best games in the last 10 years. Like, it was just, I had played all the Elder Scrolls games from the beginning of time, you know, and that game was revolutionary. It was so engrossing. I still play it. Like, right now, I have a series where I'm live streaming that, and I'm bringing them over to YouTube because I just enjoy playing it so much. I love open world. Like, it's truly open world. Most games fail at that so bad. Like, MMOs fail at that so bad. There's some new MMOs I'm playing that just fail so bad. They call themselves open world. Bullshit. Skyrim was truly open world. You could just go to any quest at any time and just play it. If you weren't equipped, you're gonna die. Too bad. Like, if you come across a great big giant in the middle of the field, you're dead right at the beginning. So anyway, going back to my original point there was that I have another YouTube channel, and every video got over 1,000 views, I'm sure. And I've gone back and looked at the different videos that I released back then. Like, this is a couple years later now, and they continue to have views on them, and it's like way more than our usual Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor videos do on a daily basis. Now, that said, again, it was like during the height of the Skyrim hype, okay? So, that's why they got so many views. So that's just the way that is. But that's part of the YouTube formula. You have to try to capture and play the games that are super popular and release videos right when they're super popular or a little bit before. And to wrap that all up is timing is everything on YouTube. If you release videos at the wrong time, or you release them really late, or you're releasing videos that really popular YouTubers are releasing, you're not going to get a lot of views. Now, granted, when I released my first channel there before the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor, I didn't have like anything special. Like, I think Skyrim was just, I'm just sort of thinking while I'm talking here. I don't really prepare for this podcast at all. I just sort of thought before I started talking about what I could talk about, so just bear with me. But Skyrim was kind of different. People were hungry for Skyrim content, more so than anything else, I think, in a rush. Like, they just wanted Skyrim content. And it worked out. And I think I did some Minecraft too, actually, on the channel. I'm not going to mention the name because I can't, of the channel that I had before, because I don't remember whether I said my full name. Now, my full name has slipped in a few ways, or videos or live streams. No one probably caught it because it was so nonchalant, and if we ever slip with our names or something like that, we never make a big deal. I mean, you know Jack Higgins' name because it's Jack Higgins. So you already know that. My real name is Mike, and I will reveal that. That's my true name too, but I don't reveal my last name. Like, I just want to keep it like on the down low, you know what I mean? Keep my personal life out of the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor. And that's that. But anyway, I don't know whether or not I said my full name in those original videos from my first channel, so I don't really want to I'm rethinking that now, because you know what? If you do find that channel and you see the videos, I think I took the time on every single video, I put a great big annotation, like a big box with words over the whole video of every video, saying, please go to the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor, here's a link, or the link's in the description, or whatever. So if you do happen to find them, you will obviously see that I've moved on to a different channel. So that's a little bit of backstory about that. Anyway, what I really wanted to get to was YouTube and sort of the future of YouTube, the future of streaming, the future of video games as entertainment. So after that little backstory, then Higgins and I have been working hard for over a year now, year and maybe 3 months or something, 4 months. We've been working very hard to, you really have to find the timing. There's a formula to YouTube, there's a formula to live streaming. Once you find those things, you can make it work. But I mean, like, we worked hard for those 1,000 subscribers, and we continue to do so. Again, our views aren't as high as we'd like, but we're working on that. I mean, we have a tight-knit group of people who watch our videos regularly. I mean, we release a video every single day, and we have since the beginning. We actually used to release 2 videos every single day of the week, 14 videos a week of quality entertainment. And I mean, I'm kind of, I'm not trying to gloat or anything, but we work hard on that. We work hard on the comedy. We're a subgenre of gaming that you would watch other people game. Anyway, kind of getting off track, which I'll probably do a million times since I don't have someone to keep me on track. If you're 2 people talking, you kind of keep the conversation going, but I'm having to think about what I want to talk about and all this on the fly, so bear with me. But yeah, so I mean, we've been working hard on YouTube, and YouTube, again, I mean, we do it for fun, and this is something I also wanted to address, is people out there say, like, oh, if you're doing YouTube for money or fame or friends or to like hang out with people, you're doing it for the wrong reason. It's like, I understand that, but as well, my goal personally, and I'm not going to speak for Higgins because he's not here, but my goal personally is I want to do this for a living, and I don't think that's so wrong to say I want this, like, this is a career path for me. I want to do this for my life because I love it. You know what I mean? Like, people like, oh, if you're running it as a business, if you're like thinking about the money, if you're thinking about like if you're just focused on the numbers, you know, that's bullshit. You're in it for the wrong reasons. You should just quit. It's like, well, you know what? I take exception to that because I am in it for the business aspect. I don't want to get rich. I'm not looking to get rich by YouTube or Twitch. I'm not looking to be wealthy. I'm not looking to be famous. But I do want this to be a viable business in that I can support myself and do this every day because I love it so much. I'll get to this hopefully, but like I actually really want to focus on Twitch a lot right now because I'm lucky in where I work. I can actually watch Twitch while I'm working, and I know it's crazy, and not all the time, but just like there's a couple hours during my day where I can turn on Twitch and continue to work just fine. Like I just have it on the side of the screen. I'm just doing data entry or typing away at something. I can watch Twitch, and I love it. I love what the like full-time Twitchers are doing. Even people who aren't full-time, but just like I love watching Twitch, and I love watching YouTube videos, and I do watch YouTube videos daily as well. But anyway, I'll get to this, but I really want to do Twitch full-time, and I'll tell you why. YouTube, you can just sit down and record some videos over a couple of hours and then release those over the week, right? So that still provides opportunity to full-time Twitch. So anyway, I'll get to all that. But anyway, Higgins and I, the future of this whole thing, I'm not really going to have time to get into I didn't do any research. I'm just rambling once again. I should have called this like a Ramblecast, but it's a Drivecast, and this is all off the top of my head on the one topic I came up with. Oh, I just dropped the phone, so the microphone probably, I have it on my lap here, so sorry about any noise that just happened there. Anyway, and I'm clearing my throat a lot. Hopefully I'll have time to cut that out, but if not, I apologize. I do have the asthma, and it's getting into nighttime. It's cold, and my asthma acts up when it's cold. Anyway, so like TVSBOH, the YouTube channel, and I think people love watching YouTube videos because they're quick. Usually, there's a sweet spot in there where it's like, you know, anywhere between 10, like depending on the type of video, because I like watching the short little 2-minute videos too, but if I'm watching a YouTube video, I like to be doing other things. Like I put on a YouTube video and maybe exercise, or I put on a YouTube video and, you know, do some video editing of my own or other TVSBOH stuff that I need to do. So, what was I getting at with that? Basically, like, there's a sweet spot, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, 20 minutes, there's somewhere in there. People tend, like, to be honest, people only watch YouTube videos on average like 4 minutes, 5 minutes of a video on average. I know there are people that watch them all the way through, but for most YouTubers, that's like an average stat. It's like 4 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there. So we've actually shortened our videos down recently to about 10 minutes over the last couple of months, and it seems no one seemed to complain or worry about that. And we just want to make it a sweet spot so it's not too long for people. Anyway, YouTube is good for, like, you know, we release 1 10-minute video a day. Like, that's not a huge commitment for people. You can just stop by, grab a 10-minute video, and be on your way to another channel if that's what you want to do. Which is fine. And I mean, it's, you know, it's a little bit of humor, and then you can, if you want to, move on to someone else's channel, or you can go back and watch. Like, we have over 700 videos on our channel now. That's friggin' nuts. Like, and most of those were longer, like 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minute long videos. So you do the math on that, and it's quite a lot of time to be watching. I'm not a math wizard, and I'm certainly not going to try to do that while I'm driving and talking and all this other stuff. So, so we do that. We figure we hit the sweet spot about 10 minutes now, or a little more, or a little less, and people are fine with that right now. The reason, so basically what I wanted to come to was, you know, we've been trying to stream more lately. Back before I had the job I have now, I was streaming, I think I was trying to stream every day if I could, and for a couple of hours at least. And but the problem was it was mostly late at night. If I could go back, I would probably try to do more day streams and like stream for like 6 hours during the day. Like I look back with a little bit of regret that I was only doing like late streams. I did have to spend time during the day looking for jobs, and I was very serious about that. But I think I might have shifted that to doing more later job searching and doing more day streams. We weren't really super serious about the streaming yet at that time, so we were just kind of getting into it, kind of getting into a rhythm, and then I got a job. We went down to 1 stream a day. We've always had the Sunday stream since we got into a regular cycle, the Sunday stream with both myself and Higgins, because that works with our life schedules. I mean, we have our own personal lives, we have work full-time, we have to get our videos out every week. That means, like Higgins and I both, 1 week he might edit 4 videos and I might edit 3, and then the next week I'll do 4 and he'll do 3. We've got a nice balance going on between 2 people and our lives, and then we come together. We might do dual videos, like right now we have the Results May Vary series. Hopefully you're watching that. Higgins and I just have this chemistry, and we always have. Like when I asked him to do the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor in the first place, it's because we were in a band together for a number of years, and then the band was splitting up. Oh, it's so cool. Just side here, I'm seeing a cloud that the sun's just about down, but I'm seeing a cloud that looks like the Batman symbol. Fuck, I wish I could take a picture, but I really can't because I'm driving. So what else did I want to mention here? Yeah, so Higgins and I have sort of hit we have a rhythm going where it's a Sunday stream every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and a lot of you are showing up to that, and I really appreciate that. It's really growing. A lot of you love the live stream song, and we love doing that with you guys, where we improvise. If you've never been to our live streams or our YouTube channel and all, you're just hearing this for some reason, please go over there, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't think I did any sort of a sign-off last podcast now that I'm thinking about it. Hopefully there'll be some links wherever I managed to post this. But yeah, check it out, youtube.com/TVSBOH and twitch.tv/TVSBOH is where you can see what all the things I'm talking about. But basically, I'm just jingling some coin around here. Jingling my coin purse. What? No, I am watching the road, by the way. I'm driving safe. I've just got one hand in this bag. That sounds wrong. Anyway, let me stop getting distracted myself. So we're doing the live streams now. I'm just getting some Tums out here because got the wicked heartburn going on. Excuse me while I crunch up a Tums. I've got acid reflux and it's a real bitch. These Tums are so weird. They're also like a breath freshener, so it's like mint, like really hardcore mint Tums. It's really weird. Anyway, it's spicy. So we've been doing the live stream once a week, and that works out really well for us in our schedules. But like I say, I've been really jonesing to do more live streaming. I would love to do live streaming like full time during the day, like 6 hours a day, and then break off and do, record some YouTube stuff separately from that and upload that. Now, a lot of people aren't doing that. A lot of people are either, Twitch full time, and the odd time they'll bring a highlight over to YouTube, or they are YouTube exclusive, and the odd time they do Twitch, which is kind of what the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor does right now. But I'd really, really, really like to do full-time Twitch and, get partnered, get the subscribe button, and do that full-time and just try to entertain people as much as possible during the day, because I noticed that it's a really good time to stream is during the day because people watch at work, and I guess it's school sometimes. But there's different time zones, right? So if you kind of stream over a certain time period, you're going to get different people. So I'd have to look at that more, but that's a dream of mine. I want to be full-time streamer and still do exclusive YouTube content. So you catch that crowd that wants the 10-minute clips, you know. So that's sort of where I'm headed. Higgins is along for the ride, of course, as well. He, we're working on a plan. We're working on how we want to do this whole thing. It's crazy. It's open. We want to be our own bosses one day and just do this stuff for you guys because it's so entertaining. Anyway, I guess that's kind of where I was going. Lately, I've been doing a Friday night stream as well, the late stream with Mike, and mostly I do that with the TBG clan, which is tbgclan.com. Those guys are really cool. I was part of that gaming clan before, and I kind of had to drop out because I was going to work, so I couldn't really support them financially. There is a membership fee to be a part of them if you want to actually have the TBG tags and all that, and sort of be an admin on their servers and in the forums. They gave me sort of an honorary status, so I can still do a lot of that stuff, but I can't support them financially because I have to work and focus on that. But I still like to hang out with them on Friday nights. Right now we're playing DayZ, and I imagine it'll stick to that for a while. Maybe we'll branch off, do some other things, you never know. But check that out. That's usually 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for a late stream with Mike and the TBG clan. But I do that every Friday night now. So then we have the Sunday stream and the Friday stream every week. That's 2 streams a week. And just this past week, I did a Saturday stream during the day for a couple of hours. Now, Saturdays are usually when I edit my videos for the week coming up. So I'm playing around with that. I think I want to make that a regular thing. I'm going to call it Sexy Saturdays. And I think maybe we'll come up with something else, but that's what I called it the first week, was Sexy Saturdays with Mike. And we'll see. Maybe that'll be a regular thing too. So I didn't really get a chance. I'm almost home. I didn't start this right away, obviously. I pulled over and started it a little while ago. These podcasts will probably be different in length. Probably have another 10 minutes before I'm home. Anyway, the point I want to get to is, like, I personally want to get to be in a place where I'm streaming full-time, do more streaming. You guys are so supportive. Thank you for that. But that's where I think personally, I think you're going to see a lot more interest in streaming. I believe the PS4 has incorporated Twitch. I can't remember if it's PS4 or Xbox One. I think Twitch signed up exclusively with one of them. I can't be 100% sure on that, but I think that's the truth. Can't remember. But anyway, I believe it's one of them. And that's fine. The Minecraft recently merged with Twitch. They didn't merge, but they incorporated Twitch into, like, live streaming through Twitch in Minecraft. Like, Twitch is really expanding. They need to do a lot more, to be honest, and they know that, I'm sure. They need to do a lot more to be able to accommodate the streaming community, because it's growing so fast, and people are starting to get their next-gen consoles that have the Twitch streaming built in. So they need to do a lot more to get their servers, because it's so laggy a lot of times when I'm watching, and I have good internet, good computer. I'm watching other streams and they're buffering and shit like that, even on low settings sometimes, if there's a big event going on. So they really need to, they just need to, like, quadruple their servers. They really need to work on that, because they're not keeping up with demand. Right now they're trying to work out the chat problems, and that's understandable too. I'm just on the highway now. If you hear my engine revving, if the noise gets a little louder, pardon me for that. Hopefully you're able to put up with the car sounds anyway, because this is a weird sort of podcast. So Twitch has to really improve what they're doing, but I really think the future of gaming entertainment is watching other people play via Twitch, like live. Now, the reason why I think that is, YouTube's not going to become obsolete, maybe, in the near future. I still personally enjoy going to YouTube and watching like a 10-minute clip, 20, half an hour clip. while I'm doing something else. It's easier than trying to jump into a live stream usually and sort of pick up where the person's streaming from and what they're doing, what they're talking about. I mean, you can do that, and that's another benefit of streaming is people can jump in and out, and that's fine. But I know I like to watch episodes of actual shows, like for example the Yogscast. I've been watching the Yogscast since like their early days when they were also doing the Yog Pod, which was their podcast, which they started out being a podcast first, and then they started doing Yogscast, which was their YouTube channel. Very interesting. But I've been watching since like day one pretty much, and I continue to watch. Honestly, like it's weird, but I'm a huge Yog nut. Like I watch Yogscast still to this day. I'm like up to date on their main channel, like Simon and Lewis's channel, Blue Zephos. I still watch like every day. It's crazy. But like, so I don't think that's going away anytime soon. Like I still enjoy very much watching them. So I'm just passing someone on the highway now. Totally safe, guys. You can talk and drive, just don't have a fucking cell phone in your hand, or I'll punch your mouth. So, yeah, that's all good. Anyway, the future is, I think, streaming. I think you're gonna see that growing huge. So, I really want the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor to get into that more. That's where I think it's going. I think it's a very accessible and fun thing. Why? Because there's interaction as it's going on. Like, if you're a good streamer, you're interacting with your audience as much as possible. Some games need concentration if you're doing a speed run or, it's an intense moment. But if you're a good streamer, you're probably interacting. And that's what some people really enjoy about it. That's what I enjoy about it. If I say something to the streamer like, within reason, if they have like 10,000 people following and chatting, obviously they're not going to be able to interact with everybody. But if I'm in a stream with like 30 people or 100 people or 200 people, hopefully the streamer will be able to interact with me, or at least you get to interact with the other people, and it's a community. It's amazing. So I really think it's going that direction because there's that instant gratification with your comments versus YouTube, where you might have to wait a day to a week to 2 weeks for someone to respond to you, if at all, if they even do respond to your comments. The Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor, we try so hard to have community interaction. As we're growing, it's becoming harder and harder to do it quickly. They say with social media and comments and things, you should try to interact within a day. Now, big companies like the Yogscast, because they are a big company, they hire people to do that for them on the forums, on their comments maybe, their Facebook and Twitter and stuff. They have someone that does that stuff for them, usually. They have their own, like Simon of the Yogscast has his own Simon Honeydew account that he, I believe, comments on personally. But, they have people doing their forum replies and things like that. We, for now, and that's not to their detriment, like there's nothing wrong with that. We are at a point where we can still do that, but it is taking us longer and longer. I'm really the community manager when it comes to replies. We actually, and if we missed you, I'm sorry, but we try so hard. We actually welcome every single new subscriber personally. Like, I say personally, we do copy and paste a message, but that's because we don't have time to comment personally, like, hey, your name is this. Thank you for joining. I watched your videos, or I saw your channel and I like your hair color. We don't have time for that. But right now we are still very much sending out, it is a canned response, quote unquote, but we send out a message to every single subscriber that subscribes to us. And we have over 1,000. So we've sent over 1,000 messages. Every single person that subscribes, we try to go to their channel, click About tab, go to the send message, and then we send them a message that says thank you for joining, a bunch of information about us. Then we attach a video. That takes time. We've done that 1,000 times, and what else? Twitch. If you follow us on Twitch, we send out a specific message to you on Twitch. We also do that on Twitter, and not so much on Facebook. We try to go into Facebook and actually send out a specific message that says, hey guys, please welcome this person to the Facebook situation. So, people do that there. So we do all of that, and like that's so important to have that community interaction. But it is becoming harder and harder as we grow more and more. And so you can understand why bigger channels don't have the time to do that. But as long as we can, we will be doing that. And we definitely interact with our community via live Twitch chat as we're doing the live streams. And if you've been to our live streams, you know that. You know that we do. We do live stream song where you are writing the lyrics to the song in the chat. And a lot of people really enjoy that. We read your comments as we're doing that stuff. Now, I don't want to belittle Higgins. I just realized that I was like, well, I'm the community manager and I do that stuff. Higgins does a bunch of other stuff that I don't do. Like that guy does like a bunch of stuff with money and numbers and statistics and math stuff that I'm just complete shit at. Higgins is also, he works equally as hard. So don't think I'm saying like, oh, I'm the community manager, I do all those responses. He does his share, trust me. He does his share. So I just wanted to point that out there. I'm not belittling Higgins. We're very much equal partners in this. We have been since day one. We both do equal amount of work. Like he might be doing some special project that I'm not even working on, and then I'll be doing all the community stuff, and then he'll be doing something and I'm not doing it, and then I do something. So don't, I wasn't belittling Higgins at all. I just want to point that out. We're equal partners in this. Higgins is the man. So anyway, once again, I'm almost home, probably another 3 minutes. Or 4 or 5 minutes. So I should probably wrap it up. This was definitely a longer podcast than yesterday's that I did yesterday on SimCity. I hope you enjoyed that. So I should probably wrap this up, but I think the future is Twitch with a hint of YouTube. Again, they're two different things in a way, so you're going to get a different audience in both, but I think you're going to see huge growth in Twitch, and that's where I want to be. I want to be in Twitch, entertaining people live for hours on end, just having fun with you guys, doing songs live, all that stuff live, and that's where I think the whole watching thing, and the main reason why I think people enjoy that is because when I was growing up with video games, there was no YouTube, there was no Twitch. You sat on a couch and you watched people play video games. I always enjoyed that. Even if I didn't get a chance to play, there was still this excitement in watching someone else play for whatever reason. So I think there's a nature there that is harnessed by Twitch, especially because it's live and you can interact with someone and say, hey, watch out for that thing coming. Even though there's a huge Twitch delay right now, Twitch. And there is a delay. I think that's sort of a human element that's really driving and will drive Twitch to a huge level over YouTube eventually, perhaps, and you're going to see some interesting things with Twitch. So thanks very much for tuning in again. Hopefully you're a repeat customer, and this is just another avenue that we're doing to interact with you guys and entertain you guys. Thanks very much for tuning into the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor podcast, Drivecast, with Mike on my home time drive. And please go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TVSBOH. That's and we release a video every day. Right now it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, so go there, check that out. Follow us on Twitch. That's to watch us play live. Twitch.tv/TVSBOH. 3 streams a week right now, I believe. So check that out. Pardon my asthma. And also check us out on Twitter, which is, of course, twitter.com/TVSBOH. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TVSBOH. And I think those are all the things I wanted to plug right away. And thanks very much for listening to this and putting up with the car noises. Hopefully it's entertaining to you. I'm hoping to do a bunch of different game-related issues and things. Maybe we'll figure out how to get someone else on this sometime. Maybe I'll give someone a ride home from work and get their opinions. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out a way to get Higgins on here. But anyway, that's that for this week. We are accepting submissions for theme songs. I'm probably going to play a theme song at the beginning and end, which I'll obviously have to edit in after. But if you have a theme song of any kind, some weird theme thing you're doing, please submit it to tvsboh@gmail.com right now. Maybe I'll come up with a dedicated email for this. But right now, let's do tvsboh@gmail.com and put in the subject line TVSBOH podcast, Drivecast, theme song submission or something like that, so that I'll know when I see that's for this podcast. So I'm just about home. Thanks very much for tuning in on this little thing I'm trying out, and we'll see if it works out, if I even upload these. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Burrito. Bye. The podcast is over, and I was glad that you were here. If you ever need to pick me up, just send us a tweet or watch our videos or live stream or just sing this song. I like burritos, I like burritos, I like burritos, man. I like burritos, I like burritos, that's the end of the podcast now. Thanks for watching the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please click like, please click favorite, please click subscribe, and then if you want a freaking t-shirt, you click merch. Do it. The next video's there. There's another video and another video for you to choose from. Make your choice. Do all these things. Hurry.